Yo guys, what is going on? Before I get into this video, people might be thinking out there, A.J.T, where was match day vlog from yesterday? Well, I woke up yesterday, fell over, don't worry, I was not hungover. Woke up with this on my arm. Now, this, I don't know how clear this is on the picture, but yeah, I mean, look at the state of my arm. I mean, this is pretty terrible. I spent like 2 hours in the hospital yesterday trying to get it sorted out. It has slowly under my hand, and it turns out I've been bit or got some sort of infection, which is basically restricting me from doing anything. It's so painful, it's actually unreal. But I thought to myself, as much pain that I'm in, I do want to bring you a video as I do every single day. And I was cracking up and I was thinking, do I not put one out? And I was thinking, no, I have to put one out. So yeah, as much as I'm in pain, this video has to happen. So I apologise, this transfer news is a little bit late. But yeah, the reason why there's no match day vlog is my hand is genuinely in bits. And I spent literally all weekend in bed. So apologies for that. Football fans, and at the minute I have a ticket for Luton. I just don't have any travel, so if anybody knows any coaches or whatever that have got a few spare spaces, please do let me know, because obviously I don't really want to miss the game. I do want to bring a match day vlog. But Borough have done a couple of signings, you know what I mean? We've actually been out there in the market, brought a few new faces in, Marcus Brown and Mark Bowler. Marcus Brown from West Ham, Mark Bowler from Blackpool. How much do I know about these guys? Not a great deal. Matt Bowler, I never heard of in my life, I'll be completely honest. I don't really take much interest in Blackpool. That's no disrespect to them. I just never really knew much about their team. And this Marcus Brown, same again, young lad, same man's both same age. They're both 21. I just don't really know much about them, if I'm quite honest with you. But let's just get into it anyway and have a little bit of a talk on these two players. Starting with Marcus Brown, transfer to Borough. From West Ham United for an undisclosed fee. I don't know how much it was. Like I say, it's undisclosed, so I can't bring you how much it was or whatever. He is age 21. Came for the West Ham Youth Academy. He was there 2016-2019, of course, before he moved to Borough. But he actually didn't get a single appearance. Didn't start a game, and obviously that means that he didn't score a goal for West Ham. He did go on loan a few times. Went to Wigan on loan for the duration of 2017-2019, and again didn't make no appearances. Well, to be fair, he came off the bench once, and that was against Manchester United in the 4-0 defeat in the Carling Cup or the Carabao Cup. And that was the only time he ever put on the Wigan shirt and stepped onto a pitch. And Oxford United, he had a pretty good spell at Oxford on loan from 2017-2018. He got 34 appearances and he scored 6 goals. And Oxford fans were saying how good this guy was, and actually saying that, you know what, Borough have actually got a decent player, Marcus Brown. Oxford fans also that about Marvin Johnson, and I personally, that's all I bang on about these days, is how good Marvin Johnson is. But I think he's got a quality there, and if this guy's anything like Marvin Johnson, then we should be in for a treat. The next signing, to finish off as well, this guy, Marcus Brown, can play centre mid or on the wing. So, do you know what I mean? We've got a few good routes there. Maybe centre midfield or Lewis wing, a bit more creativity inside the middle of the park. Won't go and miss, do you know what I mean? Happy days. Mark Bowler then from Blackpool is also aged 21. And he started for Borough again on an undisclosed fee. He started his career actually at Arsenal, obviously professional level, but actually came from the Arsenal Youth Academy and is a lifelong Arsenal fan. I guess he still is now, even though he's at the Borough. I'm guessing he's still a lifelong Arsenal fan. If I ever meet him, I guess I'll ask him the question. He was at Arsenal throughout his youth career, and then he was there 2016-2018, and he made 0 appearances. He's at North County on loan. In 2017, he made 13 appearances. He's at Bristol City on loan 2017-2018 and made 18 appearances. He obviously moved to Blackpool, and he, inside the year of 2018-2019, made 35 appearances and scored 2 goals. And he plays at left back. Now, the thing, when I seen this Matt Bowler, now I'm not slagging the guy off, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. But it worries me in the fact of now we have like 3 left backs. So for me, we've got George Friend, who's obviously Borough's captain, Hayden Coulson, and now Bowler. But for me, Hayden Coulson stood out in pre-season, and that guy, we're going to get sent out on loan. And I can't believe it. Listen, if that guy gets sent out on loan, I will be so good for him, and just in general, because he stood out throughout pre-season. Everybody I've spoke to has banged on about Hayden Coulson and how good the guy's been. And yesterday, watching him obviously on the internet, because obviously YouTube put it on, watching the game on there, and I couldn't believe how good he was again. Do you know what I mean? He's honestly shined all the way through pre-season. I'll say Salford's the only game he's been a little bit rocky at the back. I know Kim have a bit of inexperience, but the guy's unreal, man. He's so good, especially for his age as well. But of course, Matt Bowler, do you know what I who knows what he's like? Do you know what I mean? He might be just as good as Hayden Coulson, might be just as good as George Friend, but George Friend probably will get every single bit of game time as possible with him being the captain. And Marcus Brown, again yesterday, looked positive in the boardroom, he's getting forward, was afraid to take on a man. So 2 decent signings there as well, both young lads as well, remember. The age of 21 for both of them. Will Borough bring in sort of any more signings? We don't know that yet, do you know what I mean? But let's hope we do. The big rumour is, ex-Borough boy, Ben Gibson could come back on a season-long loan. Now, I know there's a lot of teams in for him. But yeah, potentially Ben Gibson could be returned back to Riverside. The Jordan Rhodes rumour that I brought you last week, or was it the week before, kind of died down now. So I'm guessing that was just a rumour, just obviously, you know what I mean, just on the streets in the world of MFC. But yeah, Ben Gibson, who everybody knew when he was at Borough was by far my favourite player, could come back to the Borough, and I'll be absolutely over the moon if he is to come back. But like I say, you know what I mean, who knows? For me personally, I think, you know what I mean, on our wings, we're pretty much sorted, although Jamal Lowe could be coming in from Portsmouth. If we can get his signature, that is an absolute cracking signing. Jamal Lowe is honestly such a talented winger. It's unreal. But again, do you know what I mean? Listen, my dream 11 would have to include Tavernier, would have to include Johnson, would have to include Lewis Wing, Marcus Brown as well if you want him in there. In the centre midfield, I want to see as much creative play as possible. Do you know what I mean? And then up front, if you had Fletcher and Sombalonga, and you had Johnson, Tav, Wing, Brown, so much energy, so much of everything in, you know what I mean, just in that sort of forward line. It's so crazy how much of a difference we would make attacking wise if them lads play. But do you know what it is? Roll on Friday, Luton away. I cannot wait, man. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. First game of the season. I say I'm overall, I'm just excited. Like I say, man, if you're going to Luton, do comment down below, let me know. Check out my social medias, link inside the description. The first public video I did last week will be out on Friday. And like I said, man, it's all for comedic value, do you know what I mean? It's all comedy. And everybody that did come on the camera for obviously the public video, they were asked a question before the camera went on, and everybody agreed to go on to it. So don't take it too harshly. Do you know what I mean? It was all for a bit of a laugh. But yeah, people, as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you soon. Up the Borough.